Good numbing. Hello YouTube, I hope you're all doing well. We're back with more Penacony. We're gonna try and finish the main story today and make a dent on the companion missions. I don't know how long they'll be. In Star Rail history, they haven't been that long, but also like in comparison to Genshin, the story quests in Genshin started getting longer and longer on their own, so we'll just see how it goes. We are pretty close, I think, to finishing the story. When I last played and we last left off, if I go to missions, on the Fate Atlas, I'm pretty close. The last we left off, we fought the death thing. And then we just woke up, and now we're going back in to try and find Firefly, so I think we're pretty close. Because that, to be continued, that'll be next update, because they will... It's like they do with all of it. Like this, the Sunshow Lawfu, these weren't all together. Like, I think it stopped here at 1.0, and it expanded out as the updates went by. But I digress. Last we left off, we were heading back in. Well, officially heading back in. You can just warp in and skip the quest, but that's besides the point. Let's go.
Welcome to Penacony, honored guest.
Back in this familiar room.
This way, darling. What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
I don't feel so good.
You're more sensitive to memoria, thus more easily affected by the dreamscape than others. This is also why I have to accompany you.
Oh, to keep us safe from us.
I shall use my methods to relieve you.
Hey, Fabled, hope you're doing well.
Don't worry, as your companions are safe. I had both of them each give me a trinket before I entered the dream. This will allow me to feel their presence in the memory zone. They're already awake in their rooms. Will you be comfortable in following me now? Time waits for no one. We must hurry to the lobby.
March's room is...
So what's your fave world now in Star Rail?
I should go meet him with her.
Well, considering we're still pretty early on in Penacony, because obviously Penacony is going to expand more and more as time goes on. So far it's still Eurilo 6. I found the Sensho Lawfu pretty, like, cut and dry. Like, you kind of just did the next bit, then you did the next bit, then you did the next bit, you know? It was still good and enjoyable, but it just didn't hit the same. The stuff that was interesting with Sensho Lawfu was outside of the main story. Like, I loved Kafka's quest. I liked Jing Liu's quest. Things like that. Well, Eurilo 6, just everything about it was really on point. March, you there? You knock, but there's no response. Are you in there? We're about to set off. You knock again, but there's no response. March, it's me, Hazel. You knock harder, but there's still no response.
I know what you're thinking, but alas. That girl isn't in there, and neither is this her room.
Bum bum bum. So I've got easily sidetracked from the story. Yeah, it's right, it's taking me 3 streams to do the story, even though the story that's currently available is supposed to only be like 4 hours long max. And we're like 6.5 hours in and we're still finishing it off.
Faraway place right now. In the meantime, if we want to find
we are on the last chunk though, so
we'll have to try
spoiler warning if you're still going through it. That said, I've been paying attention to a lot of the smaller details and like talking about it with a few friends. I have some theories. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'll wait until we finish, but I have a few theories of how I think this story's going.
Strange.
And a few theories as to what's going on. When clustered, intense, inexplicable emotion drowns you. Fragments of images flash by. You hear parting, hear crying. You taste salty liquid in the corner of your mouth. So when you meet her, oh Jesus, like I'm telling you now, that girl is like 2 sentences away from like getting banned on Twitter, like every single time she talks. It's genuinely hilarious. And seeing people freak out about it online has been even funny, because it's just like, why are you upset that there's a genuinely horrible human being in this game? Not all of them have to be like pure baddies where it's just they want to destroy the world and whatnot. It's okay to have a genuinely horrible human being in these games, I promise. It's genuinely hilarious how like horrible of a person she kind of is. Rouge choose Acheron and Black Swan. I'm going for Acheron. I mean, I tried to get Black Swan, and it didn't happen, so I was going to go for Acheron anyway. If I get Black Swan as well, that'd be nice. It's just, it is what it is.
Are there no staff members here at all?
Speaking of Acheron, but after Acheron, I'm going to be waiting for Firefly, because she's baby girl, and she needs to be protected.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Hey, Acheron. You know each other?
She's the memo keeper I mentioned.
Oh yeah, Acheron and Black Swan danced together at some point.
We'll have to cut the banter short. Let's first work together and remove these overly friendly children, shall we?
I'm indebted to you both for your help.
Black Swan will assist in battle for the next part of the journey. Oh, okay, I'll leave them on happy mode. I mean, 50-50 for Acheron, yeah. Oh, bollocks, it does count. Okay, never mind, we're good. We're good, they're getting destroyed. I didn't know if Black Swan's gimmick was going to affect the TVs, but it does.
What are the two of you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing.
It's a long story. I fortuitously, as she should remember, became friends with some of the Bloodhounds and was helping them track down a wanted criminal.
I have a couple theories about why some of the Acheron subtitles are red. But we'll get to that later on.
Aren't hiding anything, are you?
Hiding? I don't think I'd be capable of that in front of a memo keeper.
How about in front of me?
That's not what I meant. It's just a figure of speech. Your arrival is timely. This dreamscape is fraught with danger. Since our
I've also,
destination
like,
is the
we'll
same,
go into
how
it
about
more,
we
but
join
if you
forces?
read, like, relic sets and whatnot for Acheron, like the relic set that's based around Acheron, you can learn a lot about her background and why she is the way she is, and it's fascinating.
And if we run into the family, it wouldn't hurt to have one more person to explain the situation.
Oh yeah, 2.1 is Aventine, Acheron, and Gallagher. Gallagher being a 4-star.
What do you think?
We can trust Acheron.
Thank you. I'm truly grateful. Glad to be traveling with you again, Miss Black Swan.
I think, if I'm being blunt, outside of, like, you know, our gang, I think Acheron is probably the most
I truly hope
trustworthy on, like, a literal sense, as in that she's got the least deceptions behind her. She's just kind of here and doing her thing. Because that's a common theme of Penacony. Everyone's got something to hide here. Deception is a very, like, core piece.
This way is blocked as well.
Even the very concept of death is a deception, because in that opening section, Acheron does straight up kill Stell, and then she just wakes up because you're under the influence of Penacony. Death doesn't work the same in Penacony. Is why in the city, in Golden Hour, you can find a guy who's repeatedly jumping off buildings. Because he knows death has no meaning, so he's testing it. And you also encountered a creature that is, as part of the scripting of it, is forced to kill at least one party member to prove the point. He kills a party member and they become crystallized instead. When you break the crystal, they just come back. You don't have to heal them or anything. Dream bubble blubbering from the fountain whispers to you, truth and existence are false propositions. Hurry and jump in. Become one of us in this dream. So many parties are involved in Penacony. Let's see if the Annihilation Gang member too. Yeah, I've got something on the Annihilation Gang as well in my mind. When we finish this, I'm like, I've got a few theories, but I'm holding back until I've seen everything in the main stories, in case it changes my perspective on a couple things. And then I'm going to just... a lot of this stream's going to be me exploding over all the theories I have. Of where I think this story's going to go, and what's going on with the characters.
Time well spent.
Because I think I figured out Or at least I think I have an idea towards a number of little things. The only thing is that because, like I've just established, death kind of has little meaning here in Penacony because of the nature of dreams. If you die, you just wake up from the dream instead, sort of thing. Like, you don't die, you just kind of wake up the next day. They can really play around with killing characters, technically, in this, and then they just don't have to. But they can also, Ventrine and, to an extent, Sparkle, or was it Hanubi? I think her name is. Both of them just lie. So like, anything those guys say, like, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, because there's a very good chance they're just point blank lying to you. Especially Aven. Aven lies like nobody's business.
The memory zone is constantly shifting.
It's genuinely in your best interest when Aven speaks. Opposite is true. He's that kind of person. Oh, good start. Sorry, the internet dipped. Good start. Hopefully it's the only internet dip we get. Please. But I wonder what interaction between Sparkle and Sampo will go to. Yeah, that would be interesting. The thing with Sparkle that's so funny is, like, I was going back through it. When she encounters Ventrine, I knew that she was really sassy and, like, basically bullying him to his face because she doesn't like him. I didn't realize until I was watching it back and paying more attention, she wasn't attacking him. She was attacking his race. Like, everything that she says, it's not, oh, Adventurine, you're like this. It's like, oh, you Sigonians, you're all like this. You're all like that. I was just like, this bitch is racist. I was like, oh, shit.
I'll teach everyone some traversal tricks.
She thinks Adventurine's race is just a lesser race and, like, highlights it to his face at every opportunity she gets. So I was just like, oh, God.